If you want to achieve your goals, not just for the day, but also the long-term goals that you have for yourself, then spending your day fruitfully is extremely important. So in this episode, we are going to look at some super simple ideas that are going to help you make the most out of your day. Hi and welcome back to another episode of Up It and the Actionables podcast. My name is Peyton. Now, one of the most brilliant ways to pursue your goals without struggling is to not get overwhelmed by the amount of things that you need to get done. In professional experience, I found that a lot of times people find it difficult to pursue their goals because they get extremely overwhelmed by the things that they need to get done. And depending on the type of goal and the goal that you are trying to pursue for yourself, the number of things that need to get done will obviously vary. But almost in all cases, it can certainly get crazy. Do you feel overwhelmed when you are trying to pursue your goals? Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Yes, you who's watching or listening to this. So tell me, okay? So how do we work around this and not get overwhelmed? And most importantly, how is this even relevant to you spending your day fruitfully? Well, if you want to know, then stay tuned. Well, you know that with any goal, it's going to require some time and some serious effort. That effort is going to be directed in the things that you will have to do, those necessary tasks. And the necessary tasks can make you feel like, oh my God, what do I do? When am I ever going to get this done? Where do I even start from? And I want to tell you, feeling overwhelmed, even though it may be normal, you can still teach yourself to stay calm under pressure because that is going to serve you more. Think about it. What if you could wake up feeling fresh, well-rested, energized? And what if you could really wake up feeling like you had the luxury of time to work on the things that are meaningful to you? That would be a great day, right? Great news is that you can create such a day for yourself, rather days for yourself, where you don't feel overwhelmed. So here are 7 simple things that will help you not to get overwhelmed and in turn help you spend your day more fruitfully. First up is calendars over lists. While I'm a huge believer of to-do lists and they work brilliantly for me, I understand that to-do lists don't work for everyone. However, one thing that does seem to work for a majority of people are calendars. Take 10 to 15 minutes every night before you go to bed to physically mark out tasks that you need to work on and the meetings that need to happen. That way, the next morning, you won't feel like you are rushed. It's going to give you a head start the next morning. Second is first hour. Now, almost every person who is successful in any field will vouch for their morning routine or the first hour of the day. They're extremely mindful of how they take care of their mind and body. Similarly, if you work on your mind and body first thing in the morning when you wake up, then you're more likely to have improved concentration, improved focus, overall a better health. So by winning the first hour of the day, you are more likely to win the rest of the day. Third is to do your FTF. Out of the things that you have scheduled the night before, choose only top 3 to 5 things that you absolutely need to get done during the day. And out of those 3 to 5 things, decide on the first task, that is FTF. First things first, your most important task that needs to get done. By doing the FTF, a huge self-confidence booster, it makes you feel good. And that way, it also keeps you sustained for the remaining tasks. So no scope for getting overwhelmed and you're on the right track to getting a lot more done during the day. Fourth is being intentional with your time. Every time your phone chimes to a notification and you reach for it, you're programming yourself to break your focus. What you could do instead is you could choose to check your inbox, social media, phone, WhatsApp when you want to check it. That way you're more in control of your time, like you should be. Number 5 is to get into the habit of saying no. If you can get into this habit of saying no to things that don't serve your purpose for the day, it can really help you save both time, energy, and effort. A lot of times, someone may demand our time, energy, and focus, which we need to be applying to our tasks that we have scheduled the night before. So when such a demand is made of you, check your priorities. Of course, when it is life and death situation, drop everything and help the person. But unless and until it is a life and death situation, use your discretion. Saying no does not make you a bad person. In fact, it makes you a responsible one. When you say no, you are actually choosing to use that time and effort to work on the things that matter to you. So say no unapologetically. Number 6 is doing more. Now, you can't do everything during the day. You shouldn't even expect to do everything. It is just not possible. There will always be more to be done. So before you even start to work, you should decide at what time you're going to wind up. Helps you be more mindful of your time and less susceptible to distractions. And when it is time to stop working, thank yourself for your genuine efforts, smile, turn the laptop off, and go unwind. And the last one is the last hour. So this one is linked to the first hour of your day. If you can power down gradually and mindfully, only then can you wake up well rested the next day. So my suggestion would be to turn off all electronics at least 1 hour before you go to bed. So you can choose to take that last hour to be mindful of your thoughts, spend that time, quality time with your loved one, read a book, listen to a podcast, do anything that will help you get ready for a wonderful sleep. And don't forget to do the very first thing that we discussed. And once you fall in love with the process of creating such a day, be able to create such days regularly. So that's a wrap in this episode. If this episode resonated with you, then don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and share with a friend. If you want further information on how to pursue your goals and to make your very own approach, then check out these videos right here and they will help you do just that. And remember, what you want matters and it's really up to you to make it happen. I will see you next week. See ya.